Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Kristen, and today I'm going through a bunch of items that Maniology sent over to me. I'm super excited to share it with you. It's my first time nail stamping, and they turned out so good. Everything turned out great. So, yeah, a big thanks to Maniology for reaching out to me, and let's just start going through what they sent. So, first up is this perfect trio of three nail polishes. These are not gels, they do not need to be cured. These are regular old nail lacquers, and I'm so excited to actually have some regular nail polish in my collection again. This first shade is called Gas Lamp, and it's so beautiful. It's kind of like I don't know, like a brown, green, gold with a red flip to it. It's really stunning. And then it also came with this really bright copper, I guess I would call it, called Clockwork. Really cool name and a really cool color. So nice for the fall season. And then this navy blue cream color called Kraken. They all have such cool names. I'm loving it. And I also just love dark blue colors, so this set was really nice to receive. I will just point out that on this one in particular, the brush is a defect. So it shouldn't really have a bad effect on stamping. But if I were like to paint my nails using that brush, I don't think it would go so well. But yeah, not a huge deal. Maniology let me pick a starter kit, a couple plates, and two polishes. And then they also sent me some other stuff as well. So that trio they just sent me, and then I picked two polishes, one of them being just their classic white, the BAM white, because I wanted to have the basics as like a first time nail stamper. I wanted to have, yeah, white, black, and then I grabbed the sticky base coat as well. I thought I would need it. And then as an extra, they also sent me this angled precision brush. I'm always so happy to have new nail brushes because I always just use mine until they die. But this one seems really nice. I'm not really sure what to use it for yet, and I don't think I really used it. No, I didn't use it for this video, but anyway, they also sent me this I keep calling it a pineapple grabber. I don't know what it's called, but you basically use it. It's got these like prongs. As you can see, I'm having a good time with it. And you use it to like pick up a cotton ball. I don't have cotton balls, but I'll just show you with this piece of paper towel, and then you can like dip it in acetone and clean your plate. And I'm pretty sure they use a pineapple in their branding because this brand is located in Hawaii, which I did not realize. So super fun. So one of the first plates I picked is this lock and key theme, number M540. Took me a second to figure out how to hold these plates so that you could actually see what was on them. And I did try to pick items that I thought would fit my aesthetic, and they have so many to choose from. I did a couple of tests because I wanted to make sure I could actually do this before I started filming. So I used that plate I just showed you. I tried that gas lamp color. I tried the Kraken color. And then there's a black that's in the starter kit that I haven't shown yet. But yeah, I was able to stamp all of these images on my first try. I was so surprised how easy it was. So very exciting. Maniology has so many different plates to choose from. There's lots of plates that are not my style at all, but then there's lots that I felt like would fit my aesthetic. So this plate right here, we're going to peel off the protective layer. It's my first time taking a good look at it. It's very lacy and gothic. The lace patterns are so intricate. They've got skulls and moths. I was just so impressed. Something I was not expecting. I've watched people do stamping, but these plates are really friggin' small, and like the etchings are so tiny. It's kind of shocking that they're so small in real life. And there's just so much variety on every single plate. Like, there's so many options. Anyway, I'm really excited. And then here's the starter kit. They have a bunch of starter kits on their website. So if you're new to stamping, like me, I think this is a really great option. And I picked this plate from the Spirit Speaks starter kit. I'm such a I'm such a ghosty girl. I love paranormal stuff, and this just seemed perfect for me. I was super excited to get this plate. So most of this plate is like the classic Ouija stuff, the yes, no, the sun and the moon. And then they also have the planchettes, which I love the aesthetic of planchettes. I even have a planchette tattoo, okay? I don't actually mess with Ouija boards in real life, but I do love the aesthetic. So I'm so excited just to have this plate, and having the letters and the numbers is going to be super helpful if I ever want to do text on a set. So this also came with a little scraper card. Again, everything was so much tinier. I guess because I'm always like, I watch YouTube videos on a TV, so everything's like huge. And then I'm like, oh yeah, nails and nail shit is actually so small. Here's the rubber stamper, the ice cube stamper. So to before I even use this, I washed it gently with soap and water. You never want to use acetone or rubbing alcohol or anything like that on this. You just clean it with like I used a piece of like tape, like packing tape basically, or if you have like those lint rollers, you can use that. And yeah, it came with a little duo of black and a smudge-free top coat. So if you are a beginner like me, these starter kits have everything you need and they're such a nice value. So, yeah, that's everything Maniology sent over to me. They were so generous with their PR parcel. So, if I haven't already, I'll put my code up on the screen and there will be an affiliate link in the description for you to use if you are interested in checking out Maniology either for the first time or just picking up a few more things. And yeah, so now we're going to get into doing the nail set. I'm actually going to do an acrylic sculpted set today because I have been craving it. And I got these new tips. I applied them with this rubber base coat from LGN Pro. And yeah, so I have been looking for the perfect stiletto nail tips for a while, and these aren't it, but they're closer than what I've had before. They kind of have like a bit of a rounded curve to them, which I'm not like super loving, but they turn out really lovely. And then I'm going to be using this acrylic from Tickled Pink. I also have a code with them that's always listed in the description. This is a glow cover powder, and I did mix it up real good before I started working today. And I also always use the Tickled Pink monomer. I love this monomer. Like, okay, I'm a weird person. I actually love the smell of monomer so much. And this one has like a slight, maybe like a little bit of a floral fragrance added into it. And I just love, give me a shout out in the comments if you also love the smell of monomer. I know not many people do. So, yeah, before we get into the stamping, I am just going to take a moment to show a couple of nails I'm sculpting with this acrylic. It's been so long. I was so happy to be sculpting again. Literally, when I finished the set, I just like wished I had more to do. So, anyway, I've been really missing acrylic lately. And yeah, but let me talk about Maniology just a little bit more. The more I look into this company, the more I like them. They've got a good mission statement, I guess, to inspire people to basically tap into their creativity. They really promote artistic expression and individuality, and I love that. I resonate with that. And I don't usually pay too much attention to the like 5 free, HEMA free stuff, but they are like safer. They're safe nail polishes to use, which just means I don't have the nasty chemicals that can sometimes be found in other nail products like formaldehyde, for instance. So, oh, and they're also cruelty free, which I love. They don't test any of their products on animals and they only use synthetic fibers in their nail brushes. This was a really exciting PR email for me to get because I've been watching my good friend here on YouTube, Sandra from Sandra Sparkly Sets. She's a big fan of Maniology, and I love watching her like Manny by Me monthly box subscription unboxings, and I just love watching her do stamping. I've learned so much just from watching her channel. And I've gone to the Maniology website a few times, and I definitely have been very, very close to making a purchase, but I never quite got there. I'm like someone who will think about a purchase for like a pretty long time before I actually like dive in, but in this case I didn't need to because I got that email. They wanted to send me some stuff. I was so pleased. So yeah, just like a big shout out to them. Thanks for noticing me and my channel and sending me some stuff. I'm really excited to give it a try and maybe add stamping into some of my nail art. And I do think that it does help with creativity, especially the prints, like especially the plates that have like the full cover repeat patterns on them to give your nail like a whole, like an all over pattern look. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words, but I really like that because I have a history, a degree in textile design. So seeing all those repeat patterns and being able to like put these tiny little details on my nails is just so like it's so good for me. It's good for my soul. I feel like I can make nails that look like fabric patterns, even more so. I mean, I kind of do that sometimes anyway, but yeah, I'm really liking it. And even though I don't like all the images on all their plates, they've got such a huge selection that no matter what your vibe is, you're going to be able to find something that suits you and that you get excited about using. Okay, back to the acrylic application just for a moment. So, I was so happy with my application on this. I really truly feel every time I do acrylic, I get a little bit better. I still see room for improvement, but I'm so excited to do another sculpted set. This particular acrylic, like I've used it a bunch of times, but no matter how I use it, no matter how well I mix up the powder, there's always a very subtle marbling that happens. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick it up on video that well, maybe when I'm done doing it, but yeah, so I like love working with this acrylic, but I don't understand why there's always a little bit of marbling to it. Maybe it's like the glow factor, but anyway, I think I'm due to get some new acrylics, some new cover acrylics for sure. Definitely open to hearing any suggestions. I'm in Canada, so I do try to support like more Canadian businesses when I can, but I realize that most of the nail companies are in the US and the UK and stuff. So give me your favorite cover acrylic brand to use and I'll check them out. I also really love using glitter acrylics, and I had this company I really loved, Hot Tips Nail Box, but they not that they went out of business, but the owner passed away. So I literally have not found a place with like really unique custom glitter acrylics that I vibe with since then. So it's been like over a year. So yeah, if you know any brands that you really like the unique like glitter mixes that they have, please give me a recommendation for that as well. Oh, and before I forget, these nails, they do have like a really intense glow to them, but I didn't actually show the glow effect until like the very end of the video, like the very last frame of the video, basically. So please stick around all the way to the end to see the stunning glow that comes from this acrylic. This is the last nail I'm going to show the sculpting process on, so I'm going to pop out for just a moment. while I finish up that nail, and then I will be back, and we are getting closer to starting the actual stamping in this video. Okay, I'm gonna file, shape, and buff these off camera, and here's how they're looking. Aren't they so nice? The shape is so pretty. And I'm going to go over with a thin layer, just one coat of this Moonlight shade I have from So Lovely, because again, I just like wasn't, I felt like the color was a little bit uneven and I wanted like a very like clean background shade behind the stamping. So I'm just going to like quickly show the application. This is like a jelly color, and since I'm only doing like one coat of it, I was like being very like particular before I cured it just to make sure it was like as even as possible. Some of the acrylic is still showing through, but it's not like that big of a deal. It still gave me like kind of like that clean background effect that I was looking for. And because this color is a jelly, it didn't block the glow element at all. These still were like glowing like crazy even through this polish. So yeah, I think it looks so nice. These nails just like plain are so nice. So I'm going to take this sticky base gel. I don't really know if I need it or not, to be honest. So I'm just going to apply it on two fingers, the pinky and the ring finger. And maybe someone can like help me with this, but like, oh, that was a close call. um, I did the sticky base coat, let it dry, and then it wasn't sticky. It just felt like a top coat, to be honest. So can someone tell me if the sticky base coat is actually supposed to be sticky, or am I supposed to like apply the stamp like sooner, like before it fully dries? That confused me so much. I have a couple of pieces of packing tape on the side to like clean up the stamp, you'll see. And I'm going to be doing just black for this whole set. And yeah, let's just get started. So I'm doing like a layer of the polish. I'm holding the scraper at a 45-degree angle and I'm doing a couple of scrapes. And then I'm taking the stamper and I'm rolling it. Just like roll it across, and then take a piece of, if you've got a lint roller or a piece of tape or something, just to like clean up the sides there. Just removing any extra parts of the plate that picked up that you don't want to be there. So I think that's good. And then luckily this is like a clear stamping thing, so you can kind of like figure out where to place it. And then I pressed it down. Something else I'm not really sure of is I pressed it and then I kind of rolled it to get the sides the images on the side to go, but I'm not sure if that's like proper technique or not. So that worked great. Now I'm cleaning the plate with some acetone and paper towel. I think I would really like to get some cotton balls because the paper towel, I needed like more of it to clean the plate I found, and the cotton balls might work better. But yeah, so now I'm picking up half of that image again. And I don't know if you noticed it, but there's like a black line at the top that I didn't clean off of the stamp. So it stamped okay, but then there was this like straight line kind of like through the center of the nail there. And I was like, nope, we're starting again. So I just took some acetone and wiped it all off again. And I like had trouble getting the black color out of my cuticle area too. So anyway, maybe it's just because the black is such an intense color. When I did this scrape, the little skull in the top didn't have any color in it, so I just added a little more. Again, I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but I mean, it worked. It picked up the image. This print is so cool with the skulls and the bats. Oh, and something I just want to mention because this was my first time stamping and hence my first time filming a stamping video. I'm not like the best at like I could do better for like showing the process, showing the images. So if I'm out of frame or if I stamp it and my hand is gone and you can't see what I stamped, I'm sorry. I will get better, but we'll do lots of like shots at the end to show the completed set. So nothing will be missing. So yeah, let's try lining up this pattern one more time. After this, after this stamp, everything is like so smooth sailing. And it is like a very like fun, relaxing process after I finished. This whole set I was so excited with because of the acrylic and the stamping. When I was done, I was like, I just want to do more acrylic and more stamping. So yeah, I can see it being kind of like addictive. So what I'm going to do here is like I'm pressing down any pieces of the polish that might be sticking up, and I'm doing a layer of the smudge-free top coat. Now, off camera, I had put on some test nails, I had put the smudge-free top coat and then tried to clean my cuticle with acetone, and that did not work, okay? It just took off everything. But that was like on one of my test nails off camera. So that's why I'm like leaving the polish on my skin right now, because like once I'm done the set, I'm gonna do like a layer of gel base coat to like really seal in the images, and then I can like comfortably clean all the polish off my skin. This image is so cool. It's a little chain and lock, and I just decided to like double it up, do the same image twice on that nail. There's definitely a bit of a learning curve to doing this, but for real, I thought I would have a much harder time getting going. I was able to basically start stamping right away, and I do credit a lot of that to watching other people on YouTube do stamping, so I kind of like knew the tricks, to hold your little scraper at 45 degrees and to like roll the stamper across the image to pick it up. So those are like the big tips that I think really helped. I was just going. I was like stamping in no time. So I definitely recommend Maniology. Actually, I would say probably about 10 years ago or more, I had tried nail stamping back when I just used regular nail polish on short nails, and I like couldn't do it. I like could not get the hang of it. And I always wondered if, the quality of the stamping plates and the quality of the stamping gel makes a difference. And I could tell that these plates that Maniology does, they're really good quality plates. The images are etched so well. So yeah, I think in terms of like making it easier to stamp, going with a trusted company like Maniology, where they seriously specialize in this, is a really good way to start as a beginner. So I did not notice that there was that line on my stamper. I really need to be better at paying attention to what my stamper picks up. But I just took a little bit of acetone and carefully removed that one little section. So it didn't slow me down at all. And then, so I'm just using a couple of these like bows or these like images. This one's like a heart being held up by bat wings. This was the image that really caught my attention when I first saw the plate, but now I'm kind of like obsessed with some of the other images. I don't know. There's too much stamping to do in too little time, but yeah, we're going to add these two onto this nail. These ones were definitely easier to stamp than the full cover images because the full cover ones are a little bit tricky to line up. So yeah, here I am going in with that smudge-free top coat again. And you know how I had the sticky base coat on those, on the pinky and the ring finger? I don't know if it's needed because I didn't have any issue stamping any of the nails that didn't have the sticky base coat. So I think that that's going to be a case by case situation. Like if I'm having trouble having, like if the stamps aren't working, then I'll go to the sticky base coat. But I'm still confused as to why it's not sticky. Oh my goodness. Anyway, for the thumb, I'm going back to the lock and key plate, and I love this image of the chains and the keys dangling down. So I knew for sure I wanted to use this image, and we're going to put it on the thumb. Okay, and we're done the stamping portion of the video. It all went very smoothly. And so then off camera, I did a layer of base coat. If you're wondering why the nails look a little textured right now, it's because I did a very quick layer of base coat and it wasn't like even, so my bad. But I love having a layer of base coat on before I do any kind of like charms or decorating. So, and it also had that dual purpose of kind of sealing in the images so that I could clean with acetone all the polish around my cuticles. So I'm going to go through, I think I show the whole process of me decorating these nails. I pulled out, of course, my LGN Pro Bling It Gel and a bunch of like red charms that I thought would go well because, you know, at some point this turned into like a very gothic, vampy kind of set. I wasn't trying to do like a Halloween set, but I feel like it does give Halloween vibes. So I'm pretty pleased with it. So yeah, I'm just going to go through. We're going to decorate these with some red, which really pulls everything together in my opinion. But yeah, I will be back in a minute. Okay, we are pretty much done decorating this set. I'm gonna do the top coat off camera, and I'm creeping in with the finished set. It's looking so gorgeous, so vampy, so gothic, so like romantic. I don't know. I could not have made this set without Maniology. And I know I've said it a few times in this video, but a huge thank you to Maniology for reaching out to me, sending me these products, letting me pick the plates that I felt like would work best for me. That was huge. And I was able to make this really gorgeous set, which I wore for a whole week. I actually just took them off yesterday. They were amazing. I love them. I realize this was a longer video today for me, so if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. You're a real one. You're amazing, and I appreciate you so much. So thanks to you, thanks to Maniology, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.